Well, guess what? Scott McGilvery is sticking around now to share his tips on how to make your dream home a reality. So, Scott, let me ask you this. Is it realistic to think about buying your dream home right now? What do you think?
I absolutely believe it is realistic to acquire your dream home right now. The market itself has some challenges, which means there are opportunities. There are people selling for less than they may have sold recently. Plus, with interest rates low and possibly even going lower, affordability is great. So this is a good time to start educating yourself on the market, keeping an eye on things. You know, maintain your distance. I've been doing a lot of my real estate shopping digitally and remotely, which is fine. But when you find that one, it might be worth going to see.
Okay, that's good news. I like that. Now, a lot of us are spending more time at home right now. If that continues, should we be looking for different elements in that home?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll let you in on some interesting kind of inside information on what's going on in the future of real estate right now. Just recently, I interviewed the CEO of Mattamy Homes, and we were talking about, you know, these master planned communities, for instance, and they've already begun to change the future floor plan to accommodate things like the work from home, work from anywhere idea. They've already started to see a huge uptick in the demand for people to be able to work from not just one place, but multiple spaces in their home. And it's almost ironic, you know, I've been doing shows on HGTV for 15 years, and the #1 thing people want is open concept, and now everyone's kind of regretting that a little bit. Everyone's like, I need to close it in a little bit, maybe I need some privacy. So the trend of where homes are going is a little bit different, and you know, the advice would be to maybe really think about what your dream home needs. Like, what's your dream lifestyle moving forward?
That is so interesting. And yeah, as soon as we all had to start working from home and school from home, the most important thing in our house became headphones. And the fact that we didn't open up our whole house so that there are actual rooms, and it really helps a lot. So really good point there. Now, is it realistic to think that you can attain your dream home if you're fairly new to the market, or is this something you just need to wait for?
Well, you know, I think everybody's dream home is a little bit different, and I've always, you know, worked with individuals to modify what the dream home looks like to be appropriate for the dream lifestyle that you can be realistic about. So, for instance, for you, can we put bookshelves in your house, Tracy? Absolutely. We can achieve your dream home pretty quickly, and I think you'd be very happy. But I also remember when I was 21 years old, I bought my first house, and it was my dream home. It was a tiny 980 square foot raised bungalow that I could live in with my 5 buddies, and I was in the basement, and because I was bringing in the rent from my friends, I had no mortgage. That was my dream home. Living in a tiny bedroom in a basement with no mortgage was my dream at 21. And then when my wife and I bought our first house 10 years after that, we bought our dream home. And now here we are, you know, a few years ago we built our dream home again. So it is possible to achieve your dream home. Just be realistic about what your dream is, and be cautious right now, because there is a lot of volatility, and you know, you have to make sure that your income is going to be stable and is going to be able to sustain whatever dream you are buying.
And you're saying even a handyman special, even a home that you might have to go into and completely gut, that can be a dream home, right?
Well, absolutely. And again, one of the things I always urge folks who are trying to buy as much as they can afford or get the maximum house possible is to really consider not just buying a turnkey property, but to rolling up your sleeves and building that sweat equity.
Well, Scott, we know that putting in sweat equity is one of the recommendations on your show, Scott's Vacation House Rules. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, very happy and, you know, feeling good about the new show launch, Scott's Vacation House Rules. We've been working on cottages and cabins and all kinds of short-term rental opportunities, which appropriately is one of the only options to take a holiday this summer. So, you know, the timing, I guess, worked out well, but really excited to also be starting to film again in a very new and different way. But yeah, we got the new show and we're really happy about it.
Thanks so much for those tips, Scott.